everyone. Welcome to today's interview with my good friend Daniela. Daniela is the founder of Create Your Story. And they plan proposals and weddings out of Singapore and really the world. Daniela is originally from Switzerland. And, knowing that a lot of you guys are going through your engagements and then on to planning your weddings, I thought I would have a special interview with her and have her maybe share some tips for you guys so you can really learn how to make these once-in-a-lifetime moments special. So thank you for joining me, Daniela. It's very nice to have you here. This is good, I get to use my job to talk to my friends.
It's one of the best parts.
Yeah, it's one of the best parts. It's true. So can you maybe tell us a little bit more about your life story? I think Daniela is one of the most interesting people I've ever met. So I just thought it'd be nice for you to introduce yourself and give our viewers a sense of who you are and how you got here.
Thank you so much for having me. I love talking to you.
Yeah.
And when you tell me I should just tell you about my life story, it's a lot that is coming up actually. So yeah, why I end up in Singapore coming from Switzerland is a question I get really often. I started in the busy financial market of Switzerland, but actually in marketing and events. So my whole life is already in events, and I planned a lot of events for high net worth clients, which is more on the luxury and exclusive side of events. So very special moments for very special clients. Then I decided to travel the world. I traveled the world for almost 2 years. 65 plus countries, if I can say so. So really, really around the world, and I explored so many beautiful locations. I wanted to also develop myself and my photography skills, all the cultural insights around the world. And I definitely fell in love with Singapore because it's in the midst of Asia, and I so much love the multicultural vibe of Singapore. All the different cultures and nationalities, they come together here. Absolutely fascinates me.
Well, there you go, guys. Daniela has traveled a lot, okay? And you guys know when you're traveling, if you don't get all the planning right, it's kind of tricky, right? Third world countries. I'm sure you've been to a whole bunch, but...
Absolutely love that part.
You love that part, yeah. She can handle the chaos. I think that's one of the reasons why she's so good at her job, right? She can handle the chaos. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about, how you decided to go into proposal planning and wedding planning, because, that's a specific niche. You said that you were in luxury events, but how did you decide to pick this?
Yeah, I worked for corporates, for high net worth clients for a long time, and then in Switzerland and Europe started to help friends planning weddings. As a good story always starts with friends, of course. I did that for a while on the side, but when I came to Singapore, I felt like I can bring in my vision to fusion somehow the Swiss quality, the European style with all the multicultural aspects of Singapore. And then I decided to found Create Your Story and to help you guys out there to plan your very special proposal, but also your wedding, and to really keep it stress-free and as well planned as possible for you.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about really who your clients are, what draws them to you, and just give us a sense of who are the people who really work with you. Yeah,
I would say the couples, they really want to enjoy their wedding planning journey, or the guys out there who want to have a very special proposal planned and have no idea maybe yet. So yes, for me, it's very important to help couples to really enjoy the process. Not only the wedding day itself, but also the whole planning, the creating ideas. I help them, for example, create a vision board or plan and book all the locations and really create their story based on the love story. Yeah.
Is that the reason why you picked the name? Because as you're saying that, I'm like, her company is Create Your Story.
Create your story based on your very unique and personal love story. That's where the name comes from, yes. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, here it's like most couples are working both. So nobody really has time. Like you need 100% of your time to plan a wedding. For the proposal, maybe not so much time, but there you need the creative ideas.
Yeah.
So I would say right now I talk to 50 50% of local couples and also foreigner, like expats here living in Singapore. And I really love this exchange with all the different cultures because, that's why I'm here. And that's what I really prefer, to talk to all out there. Yeah,
everybody has like a different take on things, right? I'm sure when you see different weddings, everybody has different preferences. You really do learn a lot about different people, right?
Yeah, different preferences as well. Like everyone has a different style, has different interests, wants to have it outside, indoors, a ballroom against like a forest or a tropical garden. Yeah, we can almost realize everything, I hope.
No, it's very interesting. I think it's the same for my rings. You know, those of you guys who work with me, every ring we create is very unique and very special to you. And I think that's part of the reason why I appreciate what Daniela does, right? She really sort of gets that idea and that mission of really making these moments special.
Yeah.
So, talking about special moments, let's talk about proposals, okay? Because I know a lot of you guys are thinking about proposals. So do you have any tips for the guys out there planning their proposals? It's a very important event, right?
Definitely. I mean, in the end, it should be very uniquely, very personal. And I can definitely understand you when you struggle in the beginning of creating the ideas or having like just, an idea of what is really important for her to surprise her. So maybe I can start giving some tips where you can start thinking. Maybe at the place where you met or you had your first date, that could be a good place to propose. Or have an idea what is very important for her. So maybe she really, really wants to have a good shot of that once in a lifetime moment. So you definitely want to think of having a photographer on site to get these good shots for Instagram or for the memories. Or she maybe really wants to celebrate. So you want to invite her friends and family and have them there as a surprise. Or you want to book a special place where you love the food or the drinks so you can really celebrate that moment together. I mean, there are so many possibilities to start thinking of organizing your proposal. So I think that's one point that can help you.
I mean, I think there are a lot of things to consider. I mean, there's location, there's when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, are you going to make a speech? So I guess if someone's completely lost, can they just, hire you to help them?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And that's exactly where I'm at the moment. I'm actually launching a proposal package for you guys out there. It's really directing to you who are having no idea. So I can help you first creating ideas. So we have a one-on-one consulting and I'm going to get the insights on you as a couple, on her specifically. So what are her interests, what she really loves, some insights on your love story to make it really unique. So then when I have all the insights from you, I can go and create 3 different ideas. So I really think of what could be perfect for you as a couple, different locations, for example. So I also check the locations out for you, see where the perfect angles are for your photos. That's what I did on the world travel all the time, to find the perfect spots for my photos. That's an important thing. And then when you like one of the 3 ideas, I do make all the planning and booking on your choice. And then the only thing you need to do actually is show up, stick to the plan, go on your knee and pop the question.
So even things like showing up early, because some of you guys tell me, right, you're like, oh my God, I need to get my friends there early to set up the shot. So do you help them with all that part of it on the day of?
Yeah,
they're busy distracting her, right?
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's one thing I want to mention as well. So we definitely come up with a fake backstory for you. So if you want to have it really as a surprise, you need to think of what to tell her and really stick to it. So we're going to create a backstory that is really helping you to surprise her. And I can also help you to create your speech if it's important for you to show her your feelings, to get that speech ready. And then also practice it beforehand, which is important actually. And then, of course, on the day itself, you don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna be there, prepare everything on site, get the stage ready for you. So you only show up with the ring and the question.
The ring and the question. And, even if, for example, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, if you need to go to the restaurant and they need to serve the ring on a plate, right, Daniela would be the perfect person behind the scenes in the kitchen, making sure they get that done. Because if you're distracting your future fiance, you definitely don't have time to be rushing off. She's going to start suspecting something. So I think this is where maybe the extra pair.
Yeah, you're nervous enough. So
yeah, you're stressed. You guys are stressed enough. And what about photographs? I mean, you mentioned earlier, maybe something that's very important to her is getting the Instagram shot. So is that something you can help them with?
Yeah, that's one thing that is in the package already included. We have 30 minutes of photography inside. So as I mentioned before, I did a lot of travel photography. So I know the lights and the angles and everything that are needed for your special, memorable photographs. That's when I do the pictures on site. So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so you're doing really the pre-day planning, the day of.
Yeah.
As he's proposing, I presume you're hiding somewhere, taking photos probably. And they can take a few photos after he puts the ring on her.
Exactly. So as we have 30 minutes, you probably, maybe your speech is 30 minutes long, but then we're going to expand it, of course.
Yeah, right.
No, otherwise we definitely have time for some photos that are nice of you as a couple, like the perfect ring shot, we can do that all. So you have really like the worry-free package.
So can I just ask for everybody out there, how do you charge for your service, the whole planning package?
For me, it's really important that you have a perfect experience. So the package is all inclusive and it is on $325 normally. Yeah. But as I'm talking with you from August Bespoke, and I know a lot of clients from you out there are actually exactly in this process. So I give a 30% discount on it. So it's in the end $228 for all of it. And not to forget, if you want to have some add-ons, like 100 of roses or a very special place, like a yacht or, a special restaurant, something.
Helipad on a building. Right.
We can still add on everything.
So like...
The sky is the limit.
You want a string quartet? Just putting it out there, that's possible.
Yes.
Right?
Or you want to have a photo wall with the pictures of you as a couple, like from all the past years. We can also organize that for you.
Okay, so guys, call Daniela. There's no reason why you shouldn't. I know it's a struggle for a lot of you. I think those of you who've made rings with me, right? By the time you get a ring, you're like, you went through an odyssey, and sometimes you just need help. So I think Daniela is a wonderful person to reach out to, at least on the consultation alone. To me, I think that the price of the package is worth it just to have a chat with her, right? I think those 3 ideas alone are worth it for something that's really once in a lifetime. So
you get the ideas, you get the organization part, which you don't have the time for it. And actually, like for me, only the time you spend in the unknown and worrying about that day itself is already worth the price.
Yes, exactly. Guys, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, I think that this is a wonderful service. Actually, for a long time, I was looking for my clients to really, hand them off to somebody that I would trust, but there's nobody that I trust more than Daniela. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I think you guys have seen the beautiful ring shots, with the background. And really, Daniela has shot those. So when she says she's good at photography, she's not kidding. Okay, guys. So I have no doubt if there's someone who's going to get those shots for you, it is her. So thank you for all those tips. And, I'm sure that they can follow you on Instagram.
Of course,
and you're gonna keep giving ideas about maybe locations.
We can definitely link also my profile and everything. So there is the whole package and all of it also inside my website. Everything is found on createyourstory.sg.
Yes.
So, yes.
So, guys, at createyourstory.sg. Okay, so follow Daniela on Instagram. So now let's talk a little bit about what happens after the proposal. So let's say a couple gets engaged, and they really go, oh my goodness, we gotta start planning the wedding, right? So what are some, I guess, first steps they can take or big things that they need to start thinking about just to help them along the journey?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in the beginning, when you just got engaged, it's about finding ideas. Yeah. It's about just getting some inspiration. I think that's the first step, and be not overwhelmed by all the tasks that are coming, because in the beginning, it's very important for you to just broaden your vision and have an idea what you really like. Maybe it's the tropical garden. Think about flowers. Think about colors. Maybe some wedding dress ideas already. And then what I really love doing with all the ideas is creating a mood board. So a mood board means you bring all the ideas together, and then you have an idea what are your colors and flowers and your actual vibe of the wedding itself. So that's how we can bring ideas from Instagram, Pinterest into our own vision. So after the engagement, it's actually a good point to also start working with me if you like to do that, because then I can really help you streamline every task and know what is important in the beginning. So you probably do not have to struggle right now about finding your MC, but you want to start in the beginning and do not worry about things that are in the later process. So in the beginning, right now, you can start talking to your vendors, for example.
Oh, your vendors. Okay.
Yeah, so you can already ask the questions. Take the time to ask a lot of questions, because exactly right now, as we are in times that are not straightforward, you have a lot of questions and you want to clarify them. So we need to be updated with the regulations and rules all the time. So definitely ask all the questions you have and get the vibe of the vendors, find your location. Think about the location, what is fitting your wedding vibe that you want to have on your actual day. Also think about your flowers, all the personal flowers that are for your wedding day decoration, for your bouquet, that are really fitting yourself. And then think about creating a website. Especially during these times, you need a lot of communication, a lot of information for the guests, some expectation management as well, out of regulations and rules things. So you want to think about building a website for yourself, for your guests. Think about the guest list itself, so you can have an idea who is on the list. Maybe also now you have plan A and you maybe have plan B for the guest list, because if the regulation should change, you are ready to upgrade to your plan B.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think a lot of different things you can already start now. You can listen to music and have an idea what music you want to have on your wedding day. Maybe already start doing a Spotify list if you want to have that. Yeah.
What about dress shopping? Like,
Oh,
did you mention dress shopping? I'm like waiting for the wedding dress part.
Yeah, definitely have some fun. Get that dress.
Yeah.
It's also possible to do that already. I mean, it's good to start it early on, because some dress, especially if you want to buy it and you have alterations and everything for yourself, you want to give it time. And it's also fun. So you can get your two closest friends together and go to the bridal boutique. They are welcoming you also right now. So you can go there with your beloved ones and find it.
How long does, an alteration for a wedding dress take? Just like from start to finish, how long should that particular process take?
It really depends if you want to buy a particular one that is really alterated for you, or if you're gonna rent one that is having only a few alterations in the process. So I would say definitely start half a year before your wedding day.
Okay. So
because then you have enough time to get the fittings in, get the alterations, and probably also like the really custom-made dress, if that is what you want. Yeah.
I thought people have to start like 2 years in advance for wedding dresses.
No.
Okay,
I mean, normally I say like when you are a year upfront to your wedding day and you start planning, it's perfectly fine.
Oh, so even if there's only 12 months before the wedding, everything will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you have like a Valentine's Day as your special date for the wedding day and you want the perfect prime location, then you probably need to already book it earlier than a year before.
Right.
But if it's like a normal day, not like a very special 12/12, 2021 or something like that, then you're definitely fine with a year before.
Okay, got it. That's very helpful.
Also for the rings, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, rings, you guys know, if you follow me, you start as early as possible. But for us, it's 2 to 3 months we can get it done.
Yeah, so we're within the year.
Within the year, yes, within the year. So I guess maybe we can talk a little bit, because we do live in strange times, COVID times, and, you know, it's sort of a big question mark as to when things will change. What are the regulations as of this moment? Can you share a little bit about what people need to think about?
Yeah, I mean, we're in February, so we stick to phase 3 right now. One very important point that I want to stress you about is you can have 20 people in your core wedding party. So you can have 50 guests or 100 guests, but they are in zones. And the 20 that are in your core wedding party, you can actually intermingle. Which is important because with them you can take all the pictures you want. With them you can be together the whole day and really intermingle, which is important that you spend the most time with. And then you can have 8 guests at the table right now. So if you go for 50 guests, you will split the 30 guests that are out of your core wedding party into tables of 8 or more or less. If we do the math.
Yeah.
If you go for 100, you still have to have 2 zones. So the regulations and rules are actually all the time changing, like with a phase 4 maybe, or with vaccinations, we expect to get some better rules and regulations again. So talk to the vendors. We know them normally, so we're gonna be updated with all the different things. And then, sometimes it's also depending on your wedding date, because when it's now for September or whatever, it can still change, yeah. That's why I'm talking about plan A and plan B.
I see.
That we prepare together to be ready if something would change.
Yeah, and Daniela, I think you held a summit recently where you guys talked about these things, right?
Yeah, exactly. I had 11 experts of the wedding industry from Singapore on the summit, which is called Uniquely You Wedding Summit. Mm-hmm. It's still online, so you can still register and get access to all the 11 presentations. And they are sharing all the details on what is possible right now. There is flower inside, locations. For example, Artemis is sharing what they are doing right now. You have wedding bands, how to perfectly design the wedding band.
Cakes, right?
Makeup, special wedding cakes. So many different vendors.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, I think it's really worthwhile to register for the Uniquely You Wedding Summit, right? It's on Daniela's website, createyourstory.sg. And really you just get to hear from you had general managers of hotels and everything, right?
Yeah. JW Marriott was on. Artemis as a location. The Proposal Bridal Boutique as well.
Yeah, about dresses, right?
About designer dresses, yes.
So if you guys want, sort of a deep dive into how to plan your wedding and covering all the different aspects, go and sign up and register for her, her summit, and then you
know when to start what as well. Is every vendor had their recommendations on when to start working with them. So you don't have to go to all these different vendors and ask them up front. Just have a sneak peek in there. It's free.
It's free, guys. It's free. There's no reason why you shouldn't go listen to it. So I guess, one of the questions that, everybody who's listening might be thinking is really why should I hire a wedding planner, right? I mean, you're talking about a long list of things, but is it one of the things that I can go do myself, right? What do you feel that, as a wedding planner that you add to the process?
Yeah, you can definitely do it yourself if you have 100% of your time ready to plan your wedding, or you're an absolute born planner, or you just never stress out about anything. You're very good in making decisions and finding or doing research on hundreds and hundreds of hours. Definitely you can do it yourself. But I would say working with a wedding planner keeps it so much stress-free. You don't have to worry about all the time. So, for example, about the task list I was talking earlier on, you have so many tasks on there, but I can help you streamline them down to what is really important at a certain point. So keep it streamlined, keep it organized. Also talk to your vendors and find the right vendors' recommendations for your vision, for your specific personal story. You can really, really save on time and money. and enjoy the wedding planning journey. I think for me, the most important thing is first enjoy the planning journey and then also the wedding day itself, which is the most important. I love to say you need to be the guest at your own wedding. Guys, and that's the most important.
Be the guest at your own wedding, okay? You should not be the most stressed out person on that day. I think that tends to happen, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I saw brides crying in the morning. I saw brides running around and hustling the whole day. And then in the end, you're like, oh my God, that was my wedding day. I'm so sad that it happened like that. And that's just what I don't want to have for you. At least consider to work towards your wedding day with a wedding planner so that you really can enjoy the day with family and friends, because that's like the most important thing. And also all the tasks up front, if you're not good in spending time reading all the nitty gritty of a contract or negotiate the prices with vendors, bring them together to do really your idea and not theirs. Yeah, that's all points that are important.
Your idea, not theirs. Have you heard horror stories of vendors just doing what they want to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult for vendors to understand your vision, to really listen to you, what you want. And then there are also vendors, they have done some parts or some styles over and over again, and they're really good at it, but they probably just don't fit your idea. And that are things that I can see as like walking and working in this industry all the time, and you probably do not see it in the beginning, and then you're all the way down already, and you feel like, oh no, that's not my vision, and not everything is coming together as planned. Also, like to bring all the vendors together for a dream team, like to really work for you, is something that needs a lot of time. It's just streamlining all these different things that need to be in one day, in one place, or in two places if you have two locations. That's something you want to think about.
You need someone to conduct the orchestra, guys. So if you want to be enjoying your dress and enjoying, your family and that group of 20 that you have, I think just having someone that other people can go to for questions, I think that is very helpful. So let's say, you've convinced them and that's something that they say, okay, I think we will engage a wedding planner. What are the different options for them? Like, do they have to hire you for the full year? Can they hire you on the day of? Can you talk a little bit about, I guess, the different options?
On my website, I have all the different packages already. So you can definitely deep dive into all the services that are in, but I need to tell you, it's like a sort of arrangement that helps you to find the right thing for you. It's still so adaptable, and every couple and every wedding and every love story is unique. So for me, it's very important to find the perfect solution for you. So I have the essential package, which is mostly the day of. So it's a month prior to the wedding. It helps streamlining the last task, bringing the vendors together, having an idea of the day off schedule, and then really help you to get this wedding day perfectly fine. So in the end, a few days before your wedding, you don't have to worry about the rehearsal or the wedding day itself. You can really lean back and enjoy. Definitely an option. And then I have the classical and the premium. And the premium arrangement is really having all inclusive. So that's when you don't have to worry about a budget or invoices, vendor handling, negotiations, contracts, bringing everything together, having the appointments done for your bridal boutique. Just having all the tasks at the right moment in time. You're gonna get all the reminders from me. So this is really the all-inclusive package, which has a lot of 150 hours of work inside.
I think you mentioned earlier for the proposal planning that you do for clients, that you help them, I guess, conceptualize maybe some ideas or themes that they can, really think about when proposing. How do you, I guess, maybe perhaps it's in the all-inclusive package, but how do you really help clients kind of create the vision for their wedding? Is that something you work with them on?
Yes,
is that part of the...
I mean, the most important thing is I listen to them. I listen to your preferences, to your favorites, like favorite food or drinks, or favorite holiday and vacation destination. Maybe you love the Toscana, or maybe you love La Dolce Vita from Italy. So we bring it here to Singapore at the moment. Otherwise, we probably travel to Italy. So it's really like definitely in the premium package, but also in the classical package, there is already a part in it that really realizes your vision and your ideas. So yeah, with the essential, I probably can't do too much a month prior to your wedding. Depends on how far you're already gone. But
well, I would hope a month before the wedding they have
be.
all this settled, right?
Should be at least location and an idea of like the wedding dress and everything should be there. Yeah, otherwise it's really stressful. Yeah.
So I guess it sounds like a very collaborative process.
Oh, it is. Yeah, of course. I mean, in the end, it's your wedding day. It's your idea, it's your vision, and I'm just here to facilitate, to enable, to make it easier and nicer. Yeah.
So guys, Daniela, again, thank you so much for, spending the time to share your tips. I think, guys, wedding planning is a vast subject. Proposal planning is also a vast subject. But, if you want more information, where can they find you, Daniela?
They can definitely find me on createyourstory.sg, which is my website, but also the handle for Instagram and Facebook. You can WhatsApp me. You find my WhatsApp number almost everywhere. And I also do always a free consultation. So always half an hour Zoom call, or if you prefer in person, we do it in person, definitely, just to get to know each other, to have an idea about the vibe, to discuss your ideas and your story or whatever you want from me. Yeah.
It's funny because when I teach class and people ask me, how do I find the right jeweler? My response is always, it's kind of like dating, right? You have to feel people out, right? You have to go on many dates to find the right person. And I think, with your wedding planner, again, it's the most important day of your life. It's wonderful that they're able to sort of have a quick chat with you. Because I think ultimately it's a two-way street, right? You have to like them, they have to like you.
Yeah, and you work together for a long time towards one goal, that is your perfect wedding day. So
yes, so finding the right fit, I think, is very important. I think there are a lot of wedding planners out there, just like there are a lot of florists, a lot of cake vendors. Ultimately, you have to figure out what I guess works for you. And
for me, the part of serving you as a couple is so important, because in the end, it's not about my vision or what I would do for a wedding day. That's what I can do for my own. But for your wedding day, it's really about what you prefer, what you love, what you want to express towards your family and friends, how you want to enjoy the day. That's where it's all about, the magic.
Yeah, and I think, guys, Daniela mentioned something earlier, right, that she really listens. And I just had to kind of silent clap at that point, because I think there are a lot of people out there in the world, really, who don't necessarily listen, right? They have a vision for what it is they want, you fit into their list of things that they want to do. So I think this is very key, what she mentioned about really finding a wedding planner who listens, who truly takes the time to understand. I think that's very key. So,
and every couple is so unique. Yeah, every love story has its secrets, his uniqueness, his personal background, and that's what you want to indulge in it. Yeah, that's what you want to express in the end.
Yes, I think that's the thing that's gonna make the event really special, right?
Yeah, very unique.
Very unique, exactly, very unique. So I guess before we go, do you have any kind of last words for the couples out there? Either planning to propose soon, congratulations, by the way, right? Or
also
just
already engaged.
If they're all or if you're already engaged, really, if they're starting to plan their wedding, do you have any kind of parting words of wisdom?
I really, really want you to enjoy it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime journey. It's something you hopefully do not experience again. So really, really go with the flow, enjoy it. Do not stress and worry about all the details. And if you do, I really love to help you. So you just get a consultation with me and we see if I can help you and with what I can help you. And as I mentioned, so individual, and we always find a solution for the couples. Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us. If you have listened all the way, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you, what you liked about, this little interview. And if you have any questions for Daniela or I, just comment below, and then we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.